Hi, guys. Mark Gilliard again for AIM Country Music Television, and my guest is Brei Carter. She grew up near Monroe, Louisiana with a solid Southern upbringing. Her family raised her on several authentic Southern staples: the Bible, Lone Star Missionary Baptist Church's choir, Charley Pride, Loretta Lynn, and Aretha Franklin. And I should add, no shortage of love and devotion from her family. Before coming into her own as a country singer, Brei worked her way through a bachelor's in business from the University of Louisiana. She earned a master's in international relations from Webster University and a doctorate in theology from New Foundation's Theological Seminary. Brei is also a proud veteran of the U.S. Army, where she served as an enlisted soldier and as an officer. Having moved to Nashville soon after leaving the Army, she quickly established herself in the songwriters community as a smooth and sometimes edgy songstress who melds country, soul, and Southern pop into a singular style of her own. Her debut album, Brand New Country, was just released in September, and the first single from the album, Gave Him a Girl, made it all the way up to number 71 on the charts. She's here to talk about another release from the album, Stronger Than That. Let's get her in here right now to talk about what might just be your new favorite song. Welcome, Brei. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here.
You're really welcome. I'm kind of excited to get into this a little bit.
Oh my goodness. I've been anticipating this literally for the past couple of weeks when I heard that I was actually going to be here with you.
Well, good. Well, let's jump right in and let you introduce yourself. I'm sure the audience is going to love hearing a bit about you. So, maybe a little history, a little bit of current events. You can brag a little bit about where you're headed. Just take the floor.
Okay, that would be amazing. Brei Carter, y'all, originally from Louisiana, a small town called Monroe. Actually, the town is called Sterlington, but I like to say Monroe because it's a little bit bigger than where I'm from. I was in the military, enlisted. Then I was so gung-ho, went to be a drill sergeant, but I was on a path to be an officer. And along the way, even through that, I knew that music has always been a huge part of my life. And I just decided to do it one day when my biological father passed away. And I'm here today to hopefully give a message and inspire all of you all out there to know that you're stronger than whatever situation or whatever you're dealing with, that life is better, but you got to have the hope and hold on to things.
Exactly. That's a good message in the song for sure. So is Monroe where the Duck Dynasty guys are from?
Actually, they're from West Monroe, so it's even smaller than Monroe.
So they're from West Monroe, you're from Monroe, and then it's actually not really in Monroe. You're outside that somewhere.
Yes, Sterlington. Oh, awesome. So I just say Monroe because it's a good reference point.
Right, yeah, something you can find on a map, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're here today to talk about Stronger Than That. How did you come up with this one? What was your inspiration?
You know what? Stronger Than That, it really evolved during the pandemic when I was just sitting there, and I actually wrote the song with a guy by the name of Wayne Burton. And he said, well, what do you think? And I said, well, I really love to tell my story. So it's really about being stronger than, for example, my parents divorced when I was a kid, growing up in a small town where there are whispers, people talk, whatever reasons, the rumor mill and what have you, and just different obstacles that I've gone through, whether as a child or even as an adult. It was just my story in hopes to encourage other people to know that no matter what they've been through, whether it was bullying, as a kid, I was bullied. I turned out now I'm stronger than all of those things that, the labels and things that could have held me down. God said, you're more. So the song was just written to not only tell my story, but honestly, to encourage other people along the way.
Right. Well, that's awesome. So I did see you wrote this one with Wayne Burton, and it looks like you have quite a few co-writers. I mean, are you like kind of sort of the Nashville community where you get together and do songwriting things, or how do you come with, so many people you write with?
That is a great question. Honestly, sometimes it's just me, and it's not just the Nashville community. Wayne is from out of Canada. So it doesn't matter where. It's someone that has a story to tell, and, just the collaborations. I meet different people, whether it's online or referrals or what have you. And then I reach out to the songwriting community out of Nashville. So I'm just big about collaboration. My story is someone else's story too. And it's just wanting to tell it and share it so other people can relate.
Well, that's pretty cool. It's I think all those influences really help. I mean, when you listen to this album, it's pretty obvious that there's a lot of influences in there. You have that thread of you running through that's becomes obvious when you listen to all of it. But everything from this song we're playing today, which is more of a more of an encouraging kind of song to, Kiss an Angel Good Morning. So, I mean, you've got a pretty
Yes.
wide range of songs and a pretty wide range of material. But I think, after listening to it a little bit, I think you'd recognize Brei in about any of these songs.
Thank you. I think for me, Mark, it's really about encouraging one another and knowing that, we've all been through trials and tribulations. And even when I write, I just want there to be a message. I want people to know it's really a message of hope. And it's a message of love and uniting and honestly doing the right thing. And we've all fallen short, but what do you do when you fall short or you fall down? You pick yourself back up and you keep it moving and you just try to do better.
That's right. Well, I think it's time to let the folks see how good this song is. How about you?
I would love to. Stronger Than That, y'all.
All right. You're watching Brei Carter's video for Stronger Than That on AIM Country Music Television.
Daddy left town when I was 7 years old. Sent this wide-eyed girl down a rocky road. Through all the turns and setbacks, I carried that heavy load for all those years. But it got me here. People talking, their whispers were so loud. It was tough for a teenage girl living in that town. They wrote me off and crossed me out. Mama had no doubt I wouldn't just survive. I'd find that fighter inside. Well, I'm stronger than that. I've pushed through the pain. Had to hold on to hope. I found grace in a hurricane. I rose above the ashes of the past. I'm stronger than that. I'm a woman now who's learned along the way. Believe in me no matter what they say. Knock me down, I'll get back up. You find out who you are when you take a stand. And I know who I am. Well, I'm stronger than that. I've pushed through the pain. Had to hold on to hope. I found grace in a hurricane. I rose above the ashes of the past. I'm stronger than that. Yeah, my fate was always in my hands. I know the power that I have. Well, I'm stronger than that. I've pushed through the pain. Had to hold on to hope. Found grace in a hurricane. I rose above the ashes of the past. Yeah, I rose above the ashes of the past. I'm stronger than that. Stronger than that. Ooh.
Wow, there's some emotion packed into that video. As I understand it, at least partially, this thing is drawn from personal experience, right?
Yes, sir. Personal
Yeah.
experience first and foremost.
Right, right. Well, it's really powerful how you tell the story. It's kind of sad, to the point that people who haven't had experiences like that can, actually feel it a little bit. But then it turns to a triumph. Like maybe there's more in all of us than we realized, before we're tested.
You hit the nail right on the head. That's what it's about. There is more. You just got to believe. And even if, someone else's story didn't start out with maybe divorce or those things, I think live life long enough, we all have a story to tell and things that we've been through. And it is about triumph and, overcoming. So definitely.
Well, what can you tell us about your video team?
Oh my goodness, the video, amazing. It just honestly, it brought back a lot of memories. And then just seeing the part that talked about, divorce, it talked about abuse, bullying, anxiety. These are things that are definitely real that everyone can relate to. And just shooting it, I saw people out in the world just dealing with these things. Mental health is huge today. And just bringing those things into awareness and people just getting help and knowing that they're not alone in life and in the things and their struggles that they go through.
Well, as we close this out, let's let the folks know where to find you online, on stage, and where to buy your music.
Definitely. BreiCarter.com. That's BreiCarter. And you can find me on all the different platforms to buy, download, stream, Spotify, purchase my music, YouTube, AIM Country, all of the above. Just, hey, look for me, Brei Carter, BreiCarter, BreiCarter.com, y'all. And it's been such a pleasure, Mark. Thank you.
We were glad to have you. I would like everybody to go there. Like I say, I just got the exposure to your music in the recent times here, and I was very impressed with the overall. I think everybody should take a moment and check it out and see what you think.
Thank you so much. You've been such a blessing, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much for coming on. It's been great talking to you.
You as well. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brei Carter. So what do you think? Is Stronger Than That going to be your new favorite song? This has been Mark Gilliatt for AIM Country Music Television. Thank you for watching.
I'm stronger than that.